You are now listening to Empty Out the Clip.
This is for grandmas that pass knowledge down through stories and songs. Most are now with us no longer. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah.
Born and raised in the 2024 in a time way before technology connected us all. I was raised about.
All right, welcome to another episode of the EOTC podcast, the Empty Out the Clip. It's your boy Let's, the Ace of Fades, coming to you from this beautiful sunny afternoon in the middle capital of NZ, the heartbeat of West Okelangi. Join me today. I've got a few of the West Network's finest gentlemen. Eddie, the butcher himself.
Yo.
In the background, we got Pizarisa Cams. And we're still waiting on Chucky Blue to jump on. But man, also, you know the drill. Let's do some shout-outs. Let's go, Eddie.
Yo, got a few shout outs here to my Inga, my Liston brothers, Westside Boxing Crew. Good to see the also Alex Iono back. Just want to say special congratulations to Bailey Frost. She won the Siva Afi, her and her group won the Siva Afi tournament in Tahiti. Special shout out to Alba Frost. She did a walkathon and did a big ass fundraiser. And my last special shout out is to my sister Matalena, who recently purchased a house. So congrats.
Congratulations. Mean. Solid, Rose. Bro, that's an epic milestone. That's solid. That's the one.
Massive, yo.
I got a small shout outs list, man. Shout outs to my host Tim Dam, took his family on the Disney Adventure boat cruise. He's just got it back, man. So I've always wondered what that boat cruise look like, because I don't know, it's totally different from a P&O one.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was only like maybe 4 days, but looking forward to hearing how that one goes when he gets back. Another shout outs to the Onosai Colosse and his boy Mateo came into the barbers yesterday for a haircut. It's good to see. I don't know, it's nice seeing kids develop and getting patient to sit on the chair. Always surprises you how much a kid can grow from the last haircut. And also to his wife Becca. Another shout out to my walking crew. Caught up with my boys down at the Wish Wave. Man, time couldn't be so critical, but shout outs to my boy Dolo. Slashed his hand at work, man.
Ooh.
So surely, man, yeah, he didn't end up coming for a swim, bro. But bro, he said the fetish on the Viber chat. I was like, oh, because literally see like if there was a bit of tendon and a bit of flesh. But yeah, I hope he gets his hand right. And another one's to the other Brandon. He's just gotten back from that same cruise, so now looking forward to connecting with the boys again. But also shout out to the KAB Doc also crew that came through to Twins, grab their gear. So it's good to see, the brothers, even if it's just briefly, man, it's just a slow check-in. I appreciated that the boys didn't want to sit around and drink, man, because it was hot. But just I appreciate them making time to come through and get their gear, man. So nice, shout outs to those guys. My last one's to my bro Bayateo over in Brisbane. I love it how people organize people to come pick up their stuff, because it just makes less stress for me, making sure that people get their gear and that. But man, love to you, Doko, and appreciate the messages, and also to my bro Pepe, who was here last weekend. Yeah, we caught up briefly while he was here as well. So that wraps up my shout outs.
Yo, nice. Those singlets look mad, those.
Oh man, I gotta give credit to my supplier, man, to Michelle, man. Like, this has been like maybe 3 or 4 years sitting in the wings, and it's always been down to sizing, bro. Like, there's been a couple of times where we've done runs and I'm not 100% confident with the sizing. So yeah, there's a minimum order, and I get the freight side of it, like, because paying for freight, bro, it's going okay. So we try and work out the best way possible. Otherwise I'd have to wait for her to come back from in a trip. So you just to manage to get this one, because initially they set down the wrong sizes, so the sizes sort of like was a miss. They managed to replace the kit in the end of the week. So no, it was just sort of like just God's timing, right? Like, there's nothing you can do when the kit arrives and it's undersized. I just take a bit of I laughed out of the situation, because I said, imagine if we had volleyball galongas or touch and we were wearing tank tops, bro, because it didn't go past my mangava. And I was like, if some of the boys try on these singlets and they're like mad about it, I'm like, yeah, be mad at yourself for having a big stomach then, because if you can get over your shoulders and it's stuck at your stomach, well, that's clearly saying something to us also, because the sizings, everyone, I sort of for like you bought a 2XL, you're more like a 2-3. If you're a 3, you're more or less like a 4-5, you know. So it's in between that. But nah, we hit this one bang on the head, bro. So I'm just glad that we got it over the line and it's here. So I'm just waiting on 2 more kits to come down. They should be here in the 4th week of December. So that's the big KB one that's on the forum. But yeah, this dog also run, bro. I was just happy to, because it's just been sitting, man. It's been sitting for like 3 years. But I'm just happy that the boys are just happy with the quality, yeah. And it's not I'll buy the smaller one. But that's the attitude, man. Yeah, I'll buy the smaller one. Yeah, why not? And they give me a challenge to try and offer it. So, nah, that's the one, bro. Nah, Seki, man. You can catch more of our content on our webpage, www.wizwiznet.com. This episode and podcast is proudly brought to you from the WizWiz Network. It was one of many podcasts that we have on our catalog. You can also hear us on iHeartRadio, Apple, and Spotify. Empty out the clip. We also have a Facebook page. It's a private page. You send a request and security let you in. And also, don't be shy to check out our YouTube channel. It's one of 3 channels that the WizWiz Network hosts. Pretty much anything you pretty much can think about, man. And if you feel like there's something that the WizWiz Network is missing, man, be sure to hit us up on or even producer cams to get you on here, man. Like, give our Pacific point of view out here, out on the mighty west. So, also, how has the week been, Oos? How has the week been?
Oh, man, we're getting busy, with Christmas orders, So it's just, a lot of orders coming through. So just been prepping that. And then solid, people, I don't know, people don't know how to stack things in the freezer, So I have to go. I have to spend 3 hours in there just sorting it out. When stuff comes in, everything's got labels, but they seem to just chuck it in the freezer. But the thing is, when you go look for it, it's always at the bottom. Just stack it. So make 2 stacks, stack the lighter stuff on top, so it's easy to get to. It's simple stuff, man.
Yeah.
So I was just doing that this whole week, just sorting out the freezer. So I'm glad it looks better now. Everything's all stacked. So just waiting for more frozen stuff to come in, your fish cakes and all that. So just stacking all that away, and then man, the cost of living, bro. I've noticed there's a significant drop in orders for food, so really hits me, I'm like, man, because usually all the islanders come first. They come and do their big orders for their umus, their hangis, their lovus, everything they do, but man, it's nothing, at the moment. So I'm wondering if they're just gonna leave it for last minute. But and then just been doing bits and pieces with mum at home, and spent some time with one of my nieces. She's half Finkia, half Samoan. So she is cute, bro, but she is naughty, man. She snitched on me. So we were playing, we were just playing fun and games. Next minute, she calls my sister, auntie. My sister walks in, what's her? She points at me. So I was like, hey, I didn't do anything. So she's just getting me in trouble, bro. So I was like, far out. But that's been a week. Just easy stuff.
Also, how you to touch on that conversation, I was having after we did the water walking, we always go find somewhere to eat or have a coffee. And I've been trying to stay off the cream, man. I've been trying it, but the bros, man, they're you can't just sit there and have nothing. You can't just have your water that you pour from outside. I'm like, fine then. But we were touching on the cost of living, but just the meat, because obviously the boys, they obviously do the meat shop in their family or but they say gone are the days we can go to one place to just fuck out everything. It's you gotta shop, man. And the boys were talking big on oh man, the lamb flaps costing at the moment at Gilmore's, man, is close to $100. That's pretty much 10 kgs. But it's oh bro, we're just chucking back and forth oh man, bro, talk about chicken, or talk about how hard it is to and how long you can drag it out through the week if your family's not big eaters. But bro, that's so evident, man, especially when you're hearing the boys talking about it, and it's sort of oh well, we have a laugh about it, kids. Oh well, if all else fails, it's just noodles and spaghetti, corned beef, stretch it out over, like a stew or something. But bro, talk about tough times, man.
So even you have to change the way you shop, I used to buy lamb neck chops, lamb flaps, just because us islanders, we were brought up on lamb and chicken. So Yeah, I had to change. Like we have these mutton packs. They're like 40, just over 40 something dollars, $43. That mutton pack's got 2 roasts, one for the shoulder, one for the leg, some chops and some lamb flips. So I got to buy one of those and fast saw it for like 3 days. Yeah, so yeah, you have to change your way of shopping, but yeah, you definitely have to shop around. Like Gilmore's might have specials on certain items, pack and save on certain items, so you really got to shop around. So but the thing is, like your petrol cost as well, you got to factor that in as well. So
Yeah, that's been a big one, eh? Like I noticed that there's a new gas station by anytime by your gym moves. That seems to always have a sale because I always fill up at like 1 or 2 places. Would either
yeah,
be that one or Waitomo next to the Lincoln Road McDonald's, and then that
yeah,
one. But yeah, because my go is usually just the goal by the police station after,
yeah.
like either before or after the gym. But yeah, bro, it's like these are the two vital things. Meat shopping and shopping for gas at the moment. So, bro, people just gotta share, man. It's like, hey,
Yo.
they just be stingy with like where you're filling up for gas, bro. It's like,
Yo.
hey, we gotta go in that rat
Yo.
race together, man. So you gotta
Yeah,
share,
don't
you
be
know?
gatekeepers. Don't be
Yeah,
gatekeepers,
hey.
man.
You don't need shares in that place, man. Just relax.
Yo.
But
But
nah,
yeah.
the weekend was been pretty hectic, man. Yesterday was
Damn.
hard as, bro. I did my lawns over 3 days
Yeah.
because, man, it was just been too hot, man. And, like, you know, last thing you want to do is just be sitting inside dehydrated. But I managed to finish the lawns and then went for a swim down at Ponsonby, man. It's nice and cold, eh? Timed it right. Just, just the amount of shade. Like, it wasn't too cold, but it wasn't overly hot as well. But the water was nice, man. Nice and it was sort of like a mixture of cold water at the top and warm underneath. But enough to, like, bro, I just forgot how nice the salt water showering, bathing is. Feels good on the body, man. Because all this chlorine walking, man, feels like I'm hopping out and I'm more sore than when I went in, man. It's like,
Yo.
Johnny, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, bro, epic weekend, man. Epic week. Even shout out to my boss for saying, so you want Saturday off? I was like, I haven't had Saturday off for like almost 8 weeks. But yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, what a blessing, eh? Having this fine weather, man. Like, surely couldn't have imagined it any other way. Oh, speaking of the man himself, the boss man, got the ring announcer, the boxing enthusiast, Jackie Blue.
Bro, I
Welcome
got
to the
locked out,
puddles.
eh? Sorry, boys, man. My apologies.
No worries,
I was,
man.
I got locked out, man. Fuck.
Oh man, we'll get into your shout outs, for some shout outs.
Oh, shout outs, yeah. Hey, man, I'm not an old school custom boy, but at the end of the day, like every other day, I'm just representing my boy and his brotherhood, who just graduated. So 3 schools I want to shout out to. My nephews in it, Mount Grandma, La Salle, and Calibok, Calston boys. So with their graduation yesterday, so a big stepping stone for all you boys. And yeah, man, the cane never comes down. So good luck to you guys, you young men, for coming out into the new world. Just always remember, man, life's a hustle. You know, if you choose to be lazy, you choose to be poor. So don't sleep, man. Just get your hustle on, no matter how big or how small the hustle is. You got to learn somehow. That's life. The biggest classroom in the world is like they say, the world is your oyster. So that's the biggest classroom. So shout outs to Lucas Ulberg and Samisi Tugamala, Al Shadai, Ikaruma, John, man, I gotta pronounce your name, was John Jioji. Shout out to you also, little Buddha there. So and Tilly Matai as well, and then James Furin. So young men coming out to the new world, shout out to you guys. And that's why I'm wearing the Kelly cap today, just to represent all you school leavers. Like I said, Mount Grandma, Calston and LaSalle. Good luck to you guys, and be kind, be good, and hustle well. And yeah, God bless you guys on your journey. And one more thing, shout out to our families as well as the Lord Jesus Christ, to bless our journeys. And busy times, lads. So be good, be kind, and yeah, and make sure you do the theory test on your license.
How's your week been anyway? Also, how's the week been for you? Also?
The week's been hectic, brother. Yeah, it's been really went for a doc checks, just before Christmas. I always try to get one in before Christmas, and man, it's kind of frustrating because I thought I was doing the right thing, in the kitchen, and then getting those walks in, because I got injuries too. So from future sports, but from past sports. But what I'm saying is that, man, it's so frustrating because I put on 5 kgs, and yet that whole month I was committed. So it gets quite depressing. So if
It's muscle. It's muscle.
yeah, probably is, Who knows? But I'm not after muscle, man. I'm after just that lifestyle, health, and healthy change. You know what I mean? So the more I suppose there's Polynesians, because we're already huge enough, But for me personally, I got to go weight to come down and to be comfortable and flexible because of the injuries. That's the doc's routine. So yeah, I mean, a bit frustrated, boys, but I guess I got to repeat. Just keep going, So yeah. But God was good,
Nice.
man. I've been good, yeah. Busy but good.
It's funny you touched on you're trying to get your body in a good weight. I think I found it myself, like even just catching up with my muscles every weekend. It's I think the workout, like I think it's in every guy, They use the basis of what they could do in the past to try and reference and fit it into their lifestyle now. But times have changed, bro.
Times have
I
changed.
think
Exactly.
you gotta snap out of that mentality of like, oh sorry man, I used to be able to do 150
Yeah.
easy. But it's like try and do 150
That's
at
so
your
true.
age now.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
try and touch your toes and mingway your knees to
Yeah.
touch the ground with a standing a standing foot. Like try and do that stuff. Like I think mobility and mental health is a lot more important these days.
man.
Is to try and
1000%.
deadlift like 100 100 reps of like a certain weight. It's like come on man.
Yeah.
Because just even like I did an overhead press the other day seated with a 15 kg straight bar, bro, and I was struggling, man. And I noticed like, bro, my left shoulder is not as good as what it used to be.
Yeah.
And now like I've just been concentrating on cable stuff because I've been listening to a lot of reels talking about what you should be working on for your upper body so you're not overreaching and stuff. You're not getting injured by doing like a certain movement. But yeah, that straight bar seated press, bro, was an eye opener. So it's like, all right, bro, I gotta get my shoulder right, just for me to be able to do weights proper, like with a straight bar.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, based off what you said, also cables, and then I don't know if you guys heard TRX or even the viewers out there, but when I was talking to the orthopedic surgeon, because I did surgery mid last year. It was a big operation, just to reattach in the thigh tendon, which connects to the knee to the groin. Man, that's a huge surgery. But what I'm saying is that based on what you said, and then the orthopedic guy said similar, but he also said to me, "Oh, if you can't do like 20 push-ups straight, realistically, but you can bench 130 kgs or 150 kgs, it's the other way around, brother. You better know how to do as many push-ups as you can, because if a lot of Pacific Islanders, they got injured, they can't even do 5, and then that's a problem of mobility. So if you lose your mobility and the percentage starts coming down as you get older, then you lose your independence.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's exactly it, man. But yeah, I'm trying to get to a point where I can do hangs and pull-ups. But yeah, I'm not in a hurry. To me, it's like more of a marathon than a sprint. So
Exactly.
no, I'm not trying to do anything to get injured, because shout outs to the trainers down at Westway, man, trying to encourage me to join their box classes, and I'm thinking, hell no, I'm gonna get injured with someone holding mitts for me, bro. Nah. You know enough from your past, like when you hold those those guys holding the pads like this. Nah. Come down and meet my punches, bro. Come down and meet my punches, bro. Like, and I'm not trying to get injured, bro, with those people like still looking at the board. Like, nah, if you can't register the numbers out in your head, bro, nah, don't waste my time, man. I don't want to get injured.
Amen.
So nah, yeah,
Amen.
that's been a thing for me, like just I'm going at my own pace, bro. I'm not trying to be those ego ones here and be like sore for 4 days.
Recovery. That's another
Recovery,
chat.
bro. That's it, man.
That's another chat.
Like a 1 hour with a kolengi, you did like 4 days with a recovery. Nah, stop that, man. Nah.
Harder.
Now, just picking up as any local stories you heard. You shared one earlier, Eddie.
Oh, damn, forgot. Wait, sorry. Another story, that come to mind now is this KFC on Henderson Valley. Open on the 18th. Yo,
How close is that to the Gulf station?
it's where the salmon place is.
Oh, yeah, just across from Henderson High, eh?
Yeah, taste of salmon. Yo,
KFC. Oh,
yo. Apparently, like everyone thought it was gonna be another petrol station, but then the KFC words got put up the sign.
Oh, is that the one? Across. Oh, yeah, from Henderson. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to.
Yeah,
Figure that out.
124.
Valley Road or something.
Henderson
Yeah.
Valley. Yeah, Valley Road. Yeah. It's like, all right.
yeah, my Port Territory South KFC is going to be empty now.
Yeah.
But
That
that's what
is
happens
a
when you
good
got.
KFC though.
But that's what happens when you got stupid parking, bro. That's like the parking there is the most stupidest parking in the history of car parks, bro.
Yeah.
Right with like our entrances, and then like right where the bakery is. It's like,
It's a tough spot, but like, yeah. I think they just want to take business away from that taste of Samoa.
Oh, true.
But yeah,
I'll never take
local
business from
news-
there.
Yo, local news. Yeah, I heard that, and producer Cam said something as well, that Avondale Markets is closing down next year.
Hey, shit.
Yo,
yeah, bro. Like, bro, when you sit there, like my heart sort of just went, oh,
Yo.
what? That's
Closing down or
Hello.
relocating? Is that because of the development? They're busting down the place or
I'm
something?
not too
or-
sure. So there's behind a paywall. I couldn't
Huh?
even read what's going on. But yeah, and then what you call, like a lot of my friends, they get their veggies from there.
Yeah.
So like, oh man, you want to see
Half
healthy,
the
you're
North Island gets it down there.
taking the market away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
that's gonna suck. Hopefully, they find somewhere to relocate it. Like, because man, that covers everything. Eh, fruit and veg, even like merchandise, the tools.
Yeah.
Literally, if you can't find something at Avondale Market, like that you can't find in, like, say, the warehouse or anywhere else. Like, I'm talking about like household items and stuff, recycled
yeah.
stuff. Like, that place has it all, man. Like, but it's gonna be sad to see it close.
But
Especially if you're on a budget.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But this is fresh as it gets. The market is even more better than the actual stores. But even by saying that, they should adopt and invest. The councils, should adopt and invest in an actual huge building like they used to do in the old school Oriental markets in town, which wasn't all they're going to do. Was just, but today, man, if they do what like Australia or Melbourne, Victoria does, you know what I mean? Just put it underneath
like
all one.
Paddy's markets.
Yeah, just put it underneath one
Buckley.
roof, and then boom, man, sharks. That's locked in for life.
But yeah, man, I wonder what's the future for that, eh? Like, that's pretty sad. But there's been a lot of other news too, eh? Like the shooting out in Pekarenga was at a park or something.
Oh,
I think it was a gun warfare, like Half Moon Bay or something like that. Damn. I just saw the notes briefly on just popping up on my news feed. But man, talk about tough times, bro. Like it's almost leading into our topics as well, man. Like just little disputes out in the open, eh? It's like, bro, it's close to Christmas, bro. You gotta ask yourself, do you want to be inside for Christmas or you want to celebrate with your family, man? Like people are doing some stupid stuff, man. We can also say, oh look, times are tough, man. But ask yourself, what's more tougher, seeing your kids from behind bars or like seeing your families in caskets? Like, come on, man. Like I think people just need to breathe, man. Yeah. Take the time to rethink. Play the situation out in your head before you get over the top, man. Like, man, I think everyone's got a bit of rage in them, but man, this sort of stuff, bro, just needs to be rethought properly, the consequences of your actions. But we'll get into our first topic, man. And Chucky Quarter, bro, I don't know, it might have been some time ago, bro. It's up with these guys with their fake licenses, man, and surely, man. And, no disrespect to our fellow Indian mates, but the whole lot of them, bro, just happen to be Indian. First name, then last names. But, bro, how in the heck does that amount of people get qualified to be driving on our roads? And shout out to Schuster, who actually shared a bit of his thoughts on it, man. Because, bro, that is alarming, man. Trying to teach your kids how to drive. Then you got all these guys with their fake licenses or not proper licenses driving trucks, bro. Like, what the heck? No, I'm not gonna say anymore, bro, because I'm still scared for my own life going to work, bro. Every time I see a truck now, I'm looking over my shoulder, you know.
It's funny you said that. Just on Friday, I was doing my errands out south, and then two truck and trailers. Well, the first truck and trailer was a main freight, but I checked the driver out. They were both Indians. But let's put it this way: they come through a busy intersection, and then the truck and trailer, the end of the trailer, almost nipped the front car at the intersection. Not once, but twice, because there were two different truck drivers, right? But the second truck driver had cleared the way even more. But the first truck driver who had the truck and trailer, just no remorse or whatever and judgment. You know what I mean? I mean, that alone. Hey, look, I love our Indian communities, but at the end of the day, I have no respect for those that spoil it for the rest. So all those fraudulent license and that, and all those officers that have passed them for amount of fee. Yeah, like I said, we caught it before. I even ran into it about when I was out in Wira with my boss in around 2:10. So it's been going on for that long. It's just gotten even worse because, like I said, I've seen their fraudulent licenses. It's pretty bad. You're taking the piss out of taxpayers. You're taking the piss out of all New Zealanders, regardless of where they migrated from. So when you're doing shit like that, you are pretty much scum. So there is we all gotta get qualified and certified. It's more of an educational and safety issue because we're all road users, right? So as soon as you're not educated, then that means you're putting the lives at yourself as well as other road users. So pray to God that you guys do it right, because you guys have been called out, and yes, you guys are Indians. So nothing against you guys, but just against the ones that spoil it for the rest.
That's 100%. Like Highbrook VTNZ is under investigation, so I think you can't get licenses from them anymore. But five of the officers there have been fired from their branch. So those 5 were the ones that were giving out these OKs on these fraudulent licenses. And yeah, like this is just my humble opinion, man. Like I'm a son of migrant parents, and I understand Samoans will always help Samoans. Tongans will always help Tongans. Like migrants will always help migrants. But there's a lot of hard-working Indians out there. Heaps of hard-working Indians. Like it's not even a race thing. But the thing is, these are not just normal licenses. These are heavy truck licenses. You're putting the public safety at risk. You're putting criminal charges up. You can kill someone. You can cause bodily harm. These like, you have to think about it. These are like 2-3 ton moving machines at speed. You got to learn how to like operate these machines, at full optimum level at safety requirements. And you can always chuck the racing. It's not about race, bro. It's about putting public safety at a risk. And I know Samoans out there will always help Samoans with some stuff, but like it's never at the point where it's risking people's safety out there. So I do get it, but at the same time, man, like this is just it's a bridge too far. So these guys, these 5 officers need to have a hard look at yourselves and is the money worth a person's life? The money you took, is it worth a kid, a mother, a father? Is it worth the life? That $5,000 that you got paid for that license? Heavy truck licenses? Nah. Come on, man. You need to be facing criminal charges for not just getting fired. You need to face criminal charges. I'm sorry. I got no remorse for putting public safety at risk. So yeah, that's my opinion. Sick.
No, well put, bro. Like, I'm gonna probably sound like a guy by saying this, but like when you touched on like Samoans helping Samoans, Tongans helping Tongans, Pacifica helping Pacifica, I didn't even feel like a Pacifica helping another Pacifica would have asked for a big amount of money to help them get into it. Maybe someone who couldn't get over restricted straight into a full, because I have heard about those sort of stories. People trying to get their full license through their uncle or through their auntie and that. But these guys that took the full at this VTNZ, But this ain't the first or the second time it's ever happened, because look at the amount of guys that actually got their licenses, and like some of them more actual like legit than those fake, right? And you only need to see like, man, these guys that have been doing it for a certain amount of time, but to let that amount of people come into a fresh industry, have no idea how to drive, it's fucking greed, bro. It's straight up the back greed, man. What cracks me up is that like the VTNZ can obviously find a group of guys to take the fall for it, but not only like, come on, man, are you telling me like they couldn't do a paper chase on how their qualifications was been about? So you're saying that these guys came with fake licenses from India and just transferred it over to a New Zealand license? There would have been a paper trail to it, man. You gotta have some sort of background saying, oh, you got a separate heavy duty license and whatever tonnage you can, before you actually apply for a license here. So I think VTNZ have actually done a little bit of a cover up into how they've let this news come out, and how the Herald has actually picked it up and put it in the papers, because man, everyone knows, but there's always a procedure to how you go about getting a qualification like that. And this, man, this is as bad as those universities or those doctors coming into this country with fake university degrees. Like, this is even worse, man. Like, to put people behind a wheel with that much weight on all wheels, 18-wheelers, whatever. Bro, those people, I don't know how they sleep at night. That's my freaking 5 cents on it, man. But that's just crazy.
Yeah, like the licenses were like Canadian, Australian, and from Dubai. So there must be people hooking it up there, and then they get it converted here.
Oh yeah,
So it's like,
for sure.
it's a global thing. It's a global thing.
Yeah, mostly for them, because it's a trickle effect what they're doing. So everybody's catching on to it, But yeah, what is it? But it's not just in the licensing sector. It's in all. It's on all sectors of fraudulent, and it's usually them. I mean, sorry to single them out, but I'm not gonna show respect if you guys are not gonna show respect for the guidelines and the laws that try to keep us safe as all users in every different sector. So why should we respect them if they're not coming here to respect us first? Like I said, they're scum, they're scammers. I mean, hey, comment down below and hate all you want to hate. Man, as long as we get that million, you know what I mean? Yeah, push like and subscribe, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because I'll be honest, bro, even these Uber drivers, some of these Uber drivers as well, and even like these, what are they called? DoorDash, man. Like, the amount of fist fights that I've almost hopped out of my car because people don't know the free giveaway, like, the giveaway if you're at an intersection, like free turn left, right? So if you're coming up and you're waiting for me and you're turning right out of the opposite street, it's like, motherfucker, that's my free turn. You don't go first. Like, bro, I'm about to just park up at the light, hop out of the car, and just fucking punch someone through the windows, bro. But that's me, because it's like, bro, this law has been in effect for more than 12 years, man. Like, and you're still doing those. Oh, I get to go first.
Sorry,
like,
that was
come
me.
on, man.
I'm guilty.
Man.
Sorry, man.
Well, tell the parking drivers, they're parking properly, right? But that's straight into this road rage incident, man. With that couple and the teens, like, bro, it's getting that bad, like, especially this time of the year, like. Man, did interviews touch up on that story? Because I just laughed when I saw it, man. It's like,
so apparently, like, the teens got into, like, it's a one-way bridge. Oh, sorry, it's a one-lane bridge. And these teens got in, and I think they were like nearly just over halfway, and then the other car valley got in the other end.
Sure.
And they were like, "Oh, can you back out?" She said, "No, I'm not moving." So the teens like reversed their car, but there were like cars behind them as well, so they all reversed out to let this one car valley through. And then she didn't let go. She went and like messaged her partner, and when the teens left later on that day, there was like 2 cars blocking their way out. And then like people, like 3 guys got out of the car and started giving these guys a hiding. The teens are hiding.
Sure.
Like one of them got king hit and slumped on the steering wheel. Like, so she didn't let it go. She must have been fuming that whole day.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe you should go buy a green tea and relax.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's no way you can like. Yeah, she must have been fuming, and like, at least the teens reversed the car out. Like, teens are kurigiki these days and they yell random shit. But like, there's no need to go get your boyfriend and 2 other thugs to beat them up.
Yeah,
Nah.
crazy.
That's ruthless.
I'm gonna share, man. That lady who got her family to do that. Just remember, when they get processed, what can come after they go away. That's all I can say. Because, bro, there will be people who would know who this lady is. So you gotta ask yourself whether it was worth putting your family to put themselves out there like that. But I'm sure that's not gonna end right, eh? Especially this time of the year, man. You know, John Wick wasn't a bullshit movie, man. That's legit. When they send people down like snipers outside your house and stuff, and like, man, there's two ways to play the game. You can either play it and live happily ever after, or you can play it and be like, have a nice afternoon, man, when you're doing your shopping that night. Come on, bro. Like, fuck. Yeah. People don't want to do things by the book this close to Christmas of the year, man. You know?
Especially the heat, the heat is on, boys. Temperatures are high. Everybody's on the edge when it's hot, so yeah. I don't know. I didn't really catch that one, but like I said before, nothing good comes from road rage. And then yeah, like you boys said, 100% agreed. But I think in situations like that, you know, just bite the bullet, sort of just reverse and let them go, because it's all about the attitude at the end of the day. So if you feed off it, then obviously the result is you're gonna clash, you know. So yeah, stay cool out there, hydrate, Kiwis, relax, go take a swim. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro. Our comments corner, Eddie, what do you got for us?
Comments corner, Wizard Okalangi, he mentioned about how Henderson's actually getting worse before these stabbings and whatnot. So yeah, Vailima 49, he loves your Gatsus lady, and he's wondering when you're gonna jam and bless the listeners with a simple jam on the potty.
Next week.
Next week. I got a plaster from doing the weed eating, so I'll go next week.
Chucky, your recipe got some good reviews. Vailima said it's a good recipe, and also he's a fan of Japanese and Chinese movies as well. So read that through the comments. And also, just a touch up from last week, apologies to Filippo. He didn't have Fat Freddy's drop on his thing, but he saw that David Rodigan on one of their shows. So his question for you two last week was One Love concert being cancelled, but if you had the reins, you had to pick 4 main acts. One has to be New Zealand or Aussie based. And his one, as an example, was Damien and Stephen Marley as opener and our headliner. And then you had Sean Paul, Shaggy, David Rodigan, and Kanan Eni. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, those were his ones. So yeah. What's your guys' lineup for One Love 2027 if you had the reins?
Did you have a lineup, Chucky?
For the opener, David Hoffman. For the co-opener, David Hoffman. And for the main, probably, yeah, some local band down at the North Shore pub who's pissed. Support your local, mate. Nah, sorry, man. I didn't really have one, but yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. What about you guys?
Yo.
My opener would be no disrespect to them, but it would probably be Arija.
Oh yeah.
Arija to open.
Wow, yeah.
And then just as a local artist, I'd get Wenu with Brown Hill to follow that act. Ooh. The feature act before the main. Bro, this has been a hard one, man, in my head. But I'd get Alpha Blondie with Tomorrow People to back, and then Tomorrow People to feature with a special guest.
Yeah, I'm coming there to get pissed, mate.
With a special guest of Ellie Campbell, man.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't bring his band down. I think Tomorrow People have done enough backing for so many artists that they got the talent to do it. But just their catalogue of music is enough to get us through 6 hours worth of no repeat songs to get drunk to, you know.
That's a party right there, man. That's for everlasting memories.
So yeah, if there's any clubs out there they want to get into putting this act together, man, let the EOTC know and Wizards Network know, and we can do a co-collab on this one, bro. So yeah, we can bring Alpha Bloody down here. So like, I'm sure all the clubs will welcome them, man. And then when when the Booyah Tribe came down, man, all the clubs worked together to get them guys down here, you know, and then everyone was fighting over them to host them. So that was man, that'd be a mean collab, eh?
Yeah. Sorry, man, I have to correct my own. It wasn't David Hoffman. It was David Hasselhoff.
Oh, sure they are.
They have a Hasselhoff for my opera, for the co, and for the maid.
Yeesh.
Backed up by the North Shore local pop bands that are pissed.
RSA band.
That's it, man.
Yo,
Nah,
sick,
sicky, bro.
sick.
I didn't have much local sport, but just the shout outs to Whangarei boys for taking out the Konto Sevens, bro. I heard it was a bit of a epic top four
Congrats.
for Westlake,
Wow.
Charleston, and Hamilton boys. But the boys from the shore, man, Whangarei boys, man, what a event! What a history breaking bit of win
Stepped
in,
up,
in
stepped
the
up.
sevens.
Wow.
I know that. Remember that was. I think Whangarei boys upset Rosmini in the 1A North Harbour, and then Westlake played against Whangarei boys, and Westlake cleaned them up. But heading out into the nationals at the Contours, bro, like that was held down in Tauranga. I think. They played Tauranga boys in the final, so that was a big one. I think third and fourth was Custon and Hamilton. But yeah, what a turn of events, man. Whangarei boys. Pipping Tauranga boys down in their home basin too. Nice shout outs to Whangarei boys on their historical history, man. Like, winning tournament, bro. Like, I'm sure there's more talent up there, bro, waiting to come and excel into this New Zealand Sevens run, man. But nice shout outs to them. Sweet Chucky, you got a lineup of these up and coming fights, bro. These feature fights coming up.
Feature fights, yeah. Well, the recent results from Jay Pataya's knockout performance with Chinkara just happened. So yeah. Congratulations to Team Pataya. Still undefeated and still standing on top in the cruiserweight division. So there's nothing for them but to unify the belts now. So yeah, hopefully next year they get to sort that out with the other champ there who's trying to run away and make excuses. So, yeah, they're an up and coming events. Bro, I'll have to leave that for next week. Yeah, I'll update you guys and the viewers next week on that one. But yeah, like I said, congratulations on Team Pataya. Let's get it done, lads.
Was it overhand? Was it?
Round 8, eh?
I think it was a high kick. Straight to the jaw.
Which is sure.
High kick.
It's funny because the first footage I saw was someone from the crowd. And just yeah, man, the way the guy fell, I thought it looked like a skinny version of Lucas Brown's earlier with the way he fell, because he literally like was doing this like the I don't know, like the Elvis legs. He hit the Elvis legs when he fell.
Yeah.
And when I saw the actual footage, just like, oh man, that footage from the sideline, from the outside the ring and the grandstand, looked like
it was clean. Eh? He timed it because the guy's orthodox. So with him, with Jay being a southpaw. So it would all come down to that orthodox just releasing that backhand, and then boom, got him with his left cross to as an equalizer. So but by saying that, the guy Chinkara, much respect to him. Yeah, he's got some skill, but if you dig deeper, his whole career had been fabricated because the guys who was fighting they were not much of a matchup for him. So they're all mostly mismatches. I mean, no disrespect to him, but if you're going to keep doing that, your team or your promoter, wherever you're from, and that, good luck, buddy, because when you cross, seas, you're going to find out the hard way. And man, his chin was on the platter for him, so he really lost before even begun. When you think about it, you know what I mean?
Dicky, man. Oh yep. We'll get into what have we been watching. Start with you, Eddie.
Just been watching me and also Sam, we're watching another episode of Tulsa King, but I'm waiting for him to be free so we can watch the new season of Stranger Things. There's a new season now, so just waiting for him to be free so we can do that. And now I've just been watching documentaries on food across the world, eh?
Me.
Yeah, there's like random like dishes from like Ethiopia, Eritrea, even some dishes from Yemen. So yeah, just watch this guy like I forgot his name, but yeah, he like spins the globe and he puts his finger and wherever it lands, he'll make a dish from that area. So I've just been watching that. So it's just and just been watching some crime videos. Especially when it comes to Americans and their rights being like trampled on by local law enforcement, eh? And man, some of the officers that come in, the good ones, bro, like, because there's always that thing about like you got to look after your workmates. But some of these cops, man, they come in and they're like, no, you're actually encroaching on this person's rights. And like, man, big love to these cops that stand up to other cops, you know, and be like, hey, like, you know, especially in America, like, this I'll give you a quick example. There was a couple who purchased this land, but it had two addresses on it. So it was two plots of land that they purchased, and they're building like it's like a barn slash house. It's massive. It's like a new build, and like they must have just been chilling inside the car, just having a mere eye, just looking at their house, because it's the outside's finished, but the inside's still like empty. So they must have been just chilling, and they built a fence and a gate and a mailbox and everything, and this cop was driving past and he just drove up on the land and got out. Went next to her, hey, what are you guys doing? Can I see some ID? And the guy's like, oh, nah, this is our property, blah, blah. Can I see ID? What's the address? And, yeah, and then, like, one thing led to another, and then one of the guys ended up getting arrested. And then the second cop comes in, and he's like, oh, did you check the details? And it's like, oh, no, they didn't give me a chance to. They gave me attitude. And the cop's like, no, you got to check the details. So you checked it. Yeah, it's their house. It's their land.
Yeah.
And the cop goes, yeah, but he got the address wrong. He's off by a couple of numbers. And the officer looked it up. Oh, because there's two plots of land. And their name's registered in one plot. And the address is for the other. You know what I mean? Like, it hasn't been finalized yet. But they've purchased both plots. And then, yeah. And then, yeah, they ended up uncuffing. And then it cost, I think, the county like $300K.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah. So I've just been watching like little clips like that. And man, just shows you, man, like there's some brave, like good police officers out there that will just stand up against their bosses and be like, hey, nah, you're trampling on these people's rights. So yeah, just been watching that, and yeah, that's it, really, and just the news.
The news? Hey, my man. Yeah, for me, just been watching a lot of YouTube stuff. What's that guy? Kiss the Floor, paranormal stuff and all that. So watch a bit of update on that, but then watch the Oosgang's version of his paranormal investigation.
How did that go? I was halfway.
Yeah, that was in Aussie, I think it was. He was in Aussie. Yeah, I mean, those guys, man, need to be careful when they go to these sites, because they got a lot of history, these sacred grounds, and you know, yeah, these guys, I think he went with what's it, Javier? Javier.
Javier.
And I forgot the other guy's name.
Hori Huma.
Yeah, Hori Huma. So those three guys went and checked out this one of these icon cemetery sites. Majority of them, they're buried there is like from 18th century sort of stuff, you know, and coming up to the 19th century. So yeah, they were chatting away, especially about Oosgang and his loss. And then they were just sitting on one of those cemetery chairs, and then the flipping alarm goes off. The alarm goes off at that time of the night. They thought it was the car alarm, so they all ran downstairs to go check on the car, and then they just realized it was actually the building that they were scoping out at the cemetery, where a lot of paranormal activity happens. So that alarm ran and went off. So those guys went and got the good old bottle of water, started doing their locals before they leave the site, my man. Try to clear off their hands and cleanse off everything like this. But yeah, what's the other stuff I've been watching? Yeah, just a lot of conspiracy stuff as well. Kind of get you. It's just a peace of mind, really. If you dig down the rabbit hole enough, you'll find that there's a lot of distractions that I suppose the Secret Service or the government, whatever you want to call it, do. But here's a theory though, because one of the boys, we had a few drinks last night, and man, he was getting hard out. So shout out to Stan, man, love you, brother. Love you, bro. And then just you on the copper thing, yeah, his one, his also is a copper down the Christchurch. But during that, I said to him, what was worse, the shooting, you know, because he had to deal with that, right? The shooting of the mosque, or you know, how did he do? So he was going on and saying that he was okay with it, didn't need any counselling, but he said probably his worst one while he was in uniform was COVID-19, because they almost lost their job. He didn't want to get the you know, the what is it, the vaccination or that stuff. So anyway, fought it a little bit later, you know how all the mandates had started dropping down a little bit. The first phase of dropping it down and opening of the gates to let down the masks and all that. So a group of coppers in his unit, they stuck up. They challenged the bosses, and then they got compensated for it, even though they lost their jobs and got their jobs back. A long story short, but he got the injection. So he wish he would have just held his own, and then had the balls to do that as well, and just come up against their bosses and challenge them. Man, those were tough times for everybody, and especially the ones in uniform. I mean, I don't really like hoppers, but at the end of the day, like every other day, I got respect for those that stand their ground and hold their ground. And then, because I'm most definitely one of those that didn't hold my ground too. I had to get the flipping vaccinated, but man, such a challenge. But also following that, he went into some conspiracy stuff. Here's a thought for your viewers: is the world flat or is it round? Is the world flat or is it round? Because check out your no-fly zones. The main no-fly zones in the world is the Antarctic, north and south, right? North, south, east, and west, whatever it is. Why is that? It's military shared, right? And every ship that goes there, or every plane that goes there, they either get shot down, or they either get taken down naturally. Here's the thing. Here's a thought. I don't know if you guys know what the Polaris. Have you guys heard Polaris? Polaris. The Polaris star. If you guys haven't heard it, Google it up. But the meaning of it is unwavering direction, hope, purpose, and guidance. Now the Polaris star, right? If the world is round, it turns, right? If the world is flat, it doesn't turn. Now the Polaris star sits above the North Pole. It sits above the North Pole. The Polaris star is the only star that never moves. It stays in the same spot, even if the world turns around. So if the world is round or flat, you guys figure it out. My man.
See?
Say.
I started, bro, like I mentioned weeks before, I've been just watching a whole lot of reels. Shout out to the couple doing the current place. This is a couple who doing the DIY, and they've turned the wool shed into their own home.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, I've been watching a lot of that. It's the photographer and the model. So, fuck, yeah. I couldn't care less what the names were, but just the content they're putting out there, bro. It's like, it's always a good little watch in there. Especially because they come from no sort of building or design or renovate background. But nah, I just love watching their reels. Like, it's always refreshing to watch what they're doing.
They're good, yeah.
The other night, just the last few Fridays, been making it a goal to watch some movies with my girls. Last Friday we watched Forrest Gump. So, bit of some fast forward scenes, but just the overall story. I think she got. Oh no, I think she gave it like a 3 out of 5. Just saying, like, it does drag on, but I did say it's just funny how it manages to flicker through history. Like we know the presidents are coming out and he's like in the background. Like, that was like the first type of, like, if there was anyone doing memes or like, doing those transitions, those guys were the first to do it. But yeah, just some of the content on this pretty hard, Casey. But I did start watching something new, man, because I just signed up to TVNZ Plus with my new phone, and it's redirected like a whole lot of it's a new season or you need to watch. And this one I've been watching is called Watching You. So that's freaky, man. It's like if you watch the first 2 episodes, watch it like a movie, because they're like 45 minutes long. If you watch the 2 of them, it's like a feature film. But man, it's crazy. It's based off she met a guy at a pub. This is like these, single to mingle, flaunting to hunt on the prowl. She met a guy and it was just straightforward. It's based in Australia, bro. She met a guy, they went home, they hooked up. They're being recorded, man.
Oh?
What comes out later is that, so I'm into episode 4 now, and she's engaged to this guy now. Maybe like a year later, they meet this new guy, but then she's obviously attracted to this new dude that's just come to the picture. She hooks up with him at one of her close friends' house, and she's got one of these on, bro. It's funny. She's got like a necklace and a ring, and she always wears. And then her fiance asks, "Where's your necklace?" Bro, she's fiffing, man. Because what she did, she ended up hooking up with this guy in her mate's house. And she was going through like the bed and that. She hits a lamp over. Bro, the lamp breaks and she sees there's a camera in the lamp. And she's like, what the heck? So this is at her friend's house. And then she's all like bipolar, like, schizo, thinking like, shit, like, did they plant us? Did this guy plant us? Did he know about it? She didn't tell that guy, and the guy's like, oh, I just confronted. But she's like, nah, they're my close mates, because like she's friends with the wife, her husband's or her fiance is best friends with the guy. I fell asleep during episode 3, then I woke up again. But when I seen what's unfolded, it's crazy, bro. So that guy that she hooks up with, he's got a bit of a history. He's got a history, man. And so the way it unfolds is like, it's showing him going to confront the ex, like saying, you need to leave us alone, man. She's done with you. But you gotta watch it, man. It's like, it's nail biting, because it's like got you thinking like, bro, you cannot trust anywhere in the world, man, unless it's your own house. But bro, the way these characters come about, bro, like, because obviously shows like the smart ring, the ring phone cameras when you go ping the doorbell out of the house and that, you're being watched, so it shows those sort of camera angles. But bro, whoever did the writing to this, bro, solid, based on true stories, man, it has to be, because bro, like the lamps and the vents is like, oh, those little small spy cams is like, solid. This is crazy, man.
That's gonna bite us in the ass, and later on in 7 years' time, when AI gets their super shot from the Millennium machine that's coming out, like the land of Terminators. You know what I mean? Actual based on facts, man. They're predicting what the world's gonna be like, because every little camera, doorbell cameras, whatever, lights, glasses on cameras and all that, bro. Big Brother's gonna be watching, man. So as soon as everybody gets that chip or whatever it may be, my man, it's a shutdown for the human race.
Seki boys, we'll get into some opinion questions, eh? Just wanted to get from you shortly, like probably I'll give you a minute each, a couple of minutes. The importance of culture, of celebrating our culture, and I'm gonna give you an example, like prize giving. Like my son had his seminary prize giving last week, and my wife and daughters, man, went handy on his ulas, his leis and stuff, and they wanted. I told my girls, do one of those fob looking ones, like the corned beef, the noodles. So he ended up getting the noodles one, and like honey soy chips, these the little snack packs. He got one of those with a big, massive Cocoa Pops. It was like, yeah, layer him up, and so it was funny. But I was just wanted to get your opinion on it, like, because I know I've asked in the past, like when we go to our prize giving, like, should we be celebrating every win like that, or is it a bit over the top for like a certificate at a school assembly, like this time of the year? Let's go, Chucky.
Good question. Also, I mean, no matter how big or how small, I mean, whether you win, draw, or lose, all those need to be celebrated in life. All those need to be celebrated in life, even your losses. They need to be celebrated, because it's a mental thing, it's an educational thing. How big you go to celebrate, man, the bigger the better. The bigger the better, man. If you can afford a fireworks display, man, let's get it on. You know what I mean? Put it on there, mate. There's no limit to having a celebration. You know what I mean? Win, draw, or lose. It's the journey that wins at the end of the day, because of the effort that they put into it. You know what I mean? It's everybody wants to win and achieve at the end, but hey, of course, but you're already winning if you've already tried. You lose when you don't try. So all those things need to be celebrated. Man, if you got $50 bills, man, instead of those dollar bills, bring it all out, man. Show it all off, man, because you only live once, to be honest. You only live once. So, man, if for me personally, if I can afford the latest Mercedes, so whatever it may be, you know what I mean? I'll put it out there, I'll bring it out there, put the ribbon on there and say, hey, surprise. This is all for you. So no matter how big or how small, man, I think there's no limit to celebrating, man. Go all out, man. Go all out. Like life itself, like how I always, my mindset, it's either you're going to be all in, you know what I mean? Or not at all. So step aside, because I'm the one who's going to step up if you don't. Yeah. So God is good, man. Give it all, man. To all your viewers out there, put how you guys would do it too. But hey, man, that's how I would roll.
God is.
Yeah, I mean, it is part of Polynesian culture to celebrate achievements and wins in life. And even if you take the word me alofa, it's love. Alofa means love. Me alofa is a prison. So it's a prison of love. So you love somebody and you want to celebrate their achievement. I'm all for it. You know, even if it's something small, we have to celebrate it because life's hard. You know, the world's changing and there's a lot of loss out there. So even small things like I'm all for it. Like, you know, seeing kids graduate from primary school and they're getting A's and stuff. Does that not encourage your kid to achieve more, to push further? Like, oh wow, my parents gave me a lay just for finishing primary school. Man, I want to finish high school, you know, and sooner or later that leads to them wanting to achieve more in life, university, degrees, apprenticeships, qualifications. Like, you know, it's just for me, like giving a lay is like it encourages more, like for them to push further, to get that that love, that mea lofa from the family and ainga. So I'm all for it. Yeah, because you know there's so much loss in this world, and when our kids do something significant and something good, celebrate it. Life's too short. You know, I wish I was there for my nephew's graduation from primary school because he just finished RTL primary and next year he's gonna be a Estonian. So I'm super proud of it. Like I got emotional seeing the photos. So nah, man, I wish I was there to give him a lay. So nah, man, I'm all for it. If you guys want to go over the top, I don't care. Like, you know, that's just part of our culture to go over the top sometimes. So nah, sick you, man. Like. But yeah, nah, love it.
Well put, bro.
Man.
Yeah, I think for other cultures, who don't believe in how we do things, I'm a late bloomer to it because I never got celebrated like that as a kid, you know. But my wife always been like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna show up. And give some lates for the kids or for the nephews and nieces at primary." But I think it's an important to time step those milestones, because they only come through that part of the education system once. So to celebrate it and make it memorable, timestamp it, because I believe like if you see it once in your life and your kids see it, they will remember it. If they don't remember it, the kids around them will definitely remember it. They will definitely remember their kid. They got the 10 lays from that one uncle, got the 10 lays from that one auntie. They will remember that stuff. Even just having your parents present and stuff like that. Like, I look back at watching my oldest girl come through primary, and I remember like however many kids that were standing there without their parents, you know what I mean? They would get certificates because their parents were at work. Like, and I reflect on that and I feel like, man, like just being present was heaps, man. But if you can celebrate other kids as well, man, do it. Like, cause I remember looking over at my nephew and being proud of him, and I know his parents weren't there, but we celebrated him, you know, and they made it there for the photos. So stuff like that, man. It's time stamping those sort of moments, but I think it's very important, and you both hit it on the head with that one. Sure, brothers. Here's one from Chucky, and this is like the cashless future for us. Are we for it or against it? I'll go first, man, because I hate going to these concerts. They're like, oh, you gotta buy a card. How much does that cost? $10 in there. Oh yeah, I want to put $50. Oh, it's a minimum of 100. It's like what? Like if it gets to that point, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm just gonna start stealing everything, man. You know. But yeah, I'm not really keen on a cashless future because to me, if I've got a cash, I can buy it. If I don't, sorry, man. I'm staying in my lane with this one, man. But yeah, I'm against that. The cashless future, I'm not for it, bro. What about you, Chucky?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's the chat that I've been hearing all year, ever since last year. But more so, it's even just doubled up the conversations in the chat this year, especially with guys that, you know, surprisingly, they wouldn't even chat about that, you know what I mean? But obviously, it's hitting every corner of the country as well as our end of the Pacific, you know. So let it be known it's coming because 87% of China is a cashless society. It's all digital currency over there that they use. They're still accepting cash, but look what's happening now and around the other side of the world, like the UK and that with digital ID. So if we look at the bigger picture, there's something more with the intent, you know what I mean, of something else, you know, and it's usually got to do, it's trying to control the human race, the freedom of speech, their rights, So, am I for it? Yeah, nah, man. In some ways, yeah, I can see the advantage of it, but then other ways, you like to be a little bit more flexible, just to have, control of your own coin in your own wallet. You know what I mean? And if they get rid of the dollar currency, then which is you can see now it's fluctuating now this year even more with the dollar currency compared to the digital currency. So it's just a matter of time now, guys. I'm not for it, but I'll use it to an advantage, but still have flexibility and still having the dollar currency available. Yeah, because if the digital currency comes in, there's a lot of flaws in there, because then they control how we can trade. You know what I mean? Or how we can spend and exchange. Yeah, that's me, man.
Cash is king.
Cash is king. That's
Cash
the
is
one.
king. Nah, I had memories of my dad. He used to always put like $300 cash in his top drawer, and he'd always go shopping with at least 50 in his wallet. So he'd always tell me, "Oh son, go grab me another 50 out of the drawer." So I used to go in and grab it for him. But it's always good to have cash on you. You never know, like if someone even like people on the street, hey, how much is that? Night markets and stuff like that. Or if you go to Avondale markets back in the day, it's always cash, and you can't go wrong with cash. Having a little bit on you, it's always good to have. Sometimes there'll be like app shutdowns, like what previously happened with ANZ this year, and people couldn't do their shopping. They couldn't have dinner, they couldn't Uber Eats, they couldn't do anything. Even on the PC, a lot of the apps weren't working. So cash is king, man. You could just go to a Chinese shop and put $20 and get your mei. I think the reason why people are pushing for a cashless society is because it's easier to track your spending. Governments will always want to know the spending kind of like trends that are going on, so that they can angle things in a certain way to get like the maximum out of customers. But you got transaction fees, payway fees, and all that. If you're paying cash, you don't get those fees. So yeah, it's always good to have something in your back pocket. I can see best of both worlds, but cash will always be king. You can do your online shopping and all that, all good, but like sometimes you're in the Kavale and you're driving past and you see like a vendor on the side of the street with watermelons, $5 for two. Oh, easy $5 note, chuck it in there. But yeah, there are some disadvantages with having cash. When I went to apply for a home loan for my house, because I was paying a lot of things in cash, I had no transaction histories with credit cards and stuff, so that's a disadvantage. But the advantage, it's like a story recently from the police was that a guy took a PS5 to an address, and the person showed a screenshot of the payment being sent on. So it's like, okay, sweet. He gave the PS5, and then later on he realized that it was just a screenshot. It wasn't actually a proper transaction, so he lost his 500. But luckily the police found his PS5 later because other people complained. But yeah, you gotta have both. You can't go full digital because there are hackers and scammers online. And you make one mistake like the Asian guy did and sent your kupe to that random Samoan couple. They ended up spending money. So you gotta be wary. It's good to have it's not good to have your eggs all in one basket. You always gotta have cash and you do your online stuff. So yeah, I'm always gonna say cash is king.
Jackie, bro, you guys didn't catch that guy who custom made some jandals for The Rock? Did you see that one?
Yeah.
All right, so just real quick before we run out of time, get your opinion on it. Is it culture appropriation, or is it because he's obviously talking about the shapes and what the meanings of his shapes in his own opinion? But like, he probably asks any tufunga or any tattooist out there, they'll probably go, "Hey, what is this guy on about?"
They look good, man.
But yeah.
Should he just like cut the narrative out of you, like just show your designs also, then explain what the meanings are? Really?
Oh, so what is his question again? Sorry. So he's is he the patterns that he's having? Is he retelling the story?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's explaining
Yeah.
what the each meaning is.
Oh, but in his like
His
like
own,
oh, his own
as
sort
if
of.
he was the creator of the patterns and the designs.
Oh, okay then. Okay then.
Because he sounds real Palangi, but I'm sure he's Samoan. But is it cultural appropriation or is it just solid shut the fuck up, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. Hey, bro, tell it like how it is. From the old days. Because once you tell a different story, you could lose a generation of the proper decoding of our patterns. If you're trying to teach, or if there's a younger generation listening in. You know what I mean? And a lot of that's happening now. And hey, you don't want to change the story, and then put your own sort of taste in it. You know what I mean? Because then you lose the old stories from when the first seed was planted in the Pacific. And that's what you have to acknowledge and remember. It's just like with tattooing. There's a lot of tattooists out there that are changing the storylines to adapt it to their where they're from, where their roots are. But they even change it from their old stories that were told from the old people, or the old generation, or the original seed that was planted. The reason why they say they're changing is because that's how they feel on how they want to change it today, because the society has changed. So they same patterns, similar patterns, but then they change the story. And then they finish it off by saying it is tradition to them. So how can you change the story, completely, and then put your patterns in there, tell a different story, and then at the end of it you say that's our tradition. That's our traditional storytelling right there. I said, man, it's 2025. So it's a bit of a model up there, and that's where you're gonna lose the original story. So yeah, man. I mean, good patterns in that. I can get a burner machine from Bunnings, for $30 a kit, and then come back, buy some nice sandals like that, and start doing the same sort of design, my man. Because those were overpriced. Those solid, my man. Yeah, man, that's me,
Yeah,
brother.
he made it for The Rock, like, and his wife, and it's like,
I think
and he started doing all the talking about the patterns. I was like, nah, come on, Oos, like, there's already meanings to it. Don't minimize or don't break the original meanings for it. So, just a Fia Poko guy, man.
Second, but we don't have a food review, but I thought for memory lane we could both share. We'll give you a couple of minutes each, but if you could just briefly share a Christmas memory and how it stands out in your mind, like just off the top of your head, a Christmas memory.
Shit, bro, put me on the spot on that one, right?
I'll go first.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like I've got many, because Christmas to me is always the beach. Like it was forever. Like my family growing up, it's like the minimum number of times we'll visit the beach is at least 5 or 6. Like we always one with the family, one just randomly, and then one out west, one in Central, one up north. Like that was always the go. If we ever got invited to Maraetai, we were not going. Like no, thank you.
Yeah.
We didn't want to go. But one of recent is probably like my nephew. I remember we did presents at my mum's, and the kids were young. They were sitting down waiting for presents, and my nephew Messiah is funny, man, because I've got us on camcorder. It's when my sister's giving out the presents, and all the kids are waiting, and instead of waiting to open it one by one, he ripped his presents open, and he's like, "Ooh, ugly." He got like 3 more presents. One of my sister's like, "Going, you need to be quiet, man." And like he opened up the next one, "Ooh, ugly." And then the third one, he opened it up and he's, "Ew, ugly." He goes, "I hate this one. I didn't even like Toy Story." Darling. What's funny
True.
is that these is when those I forgot what they're called. They're like snake boards. Like the boards, they're like pedals, and you ride them. They're like sort of like I forgot what era it is. But just before like the what are they called? The ride on scooters one. We're like just before the ride on scooters were like a thing. There were these little snake boards. But I remember giving him the snake board, and then he opened up and then he stopped crying. But I just remember that as watching it, because we all tease him about it now when we do presents. We do Secret Santa, and someone goes, "Ew, ugly," and he goes, "Fine." It's like he remembers it. But that's one Christmas. Those are the 2 Christmas things I remember.
Damn. Yeah. I think for me, yeah. Probably the family barbecues, the family beach trips, on Boxing Day, straight after Christmas. And then just celebrating that and just realizing how busy the year gets for everybody with their challenges in life. And then when you actually get time to celebrate Christmas and Boxing Day, I think reality kicks in, everything slows down, you have time to think and breathe. And mentally, everything starts settling in. And then you're just realizing that, man, how important it is to make time for family, and loved ones. It's crazy. So, yeah, oh, man, that's a good one, bro. I don't know, probably for me, breaking into my brother's car and taking it for a cruise, on a Christmas, before, what do you call it? Christmas Eve, yeah. And then picking up the boys and heading off to town and then getting a speeding ticket and then parking up the car quietly early hours in the morning, right? Making sure the car's clean and then putting the cars back perfectly. Nobody knew it was gone until that speeding ticket came in the mail a week later. Hey, so yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
I think my favorite memory was so we used to, when my dad was alive, we used to do umus every Christmas or barbecues. But I remember the umu, like my job was to soak the newspapers. When we do the banana leaves, when we cover up and then the newspapers go on top. And man, I used to hate doing that job. I wanted to upgrade. I wanted to get onto the other jobs. With my dad and my older brother Donald. But I was stuck on the newspaper, and then we adopted my two youngest sisters. Anyway, I got upgraded. I was like, yo, like I'm on the main job. So like, I was like a rookie. My eyes were covered in smoke. I was like always crying, trying to move away from the smoke. And I was like, man, this is hard. And my brother just looked at me and goes, you have no idea. So like, it wasn't a good memory for me because I felt like I was just like not worthy of the bigger jobs. I was like, man, they're probably gonna put me back on newspaper duty. But nah, for me it was just memorable because like it was just like seeing my dad and my brother like for all those years doing the hard work for the umu, and then like when I finally got up there, like realizing like shit, like these guys were like put in the hard work, man, for us to eat good feeds every Christmas. So when I finally got up there, like I treated the job with a bit more respect and making sure that I was in a good mindset to do it. I was like, man, just makes me like forever grateful for my dad and my older siblings to for the work they did, that we had mean meals for every Christmas day. So it was a good learning curve, but I was like, it was a me Fia Poko from my point of view. But that's my Christmas memory. One of my favorites. Yeah.
Nice,
boys. We'll get into our hacks of life. Producer Camps, you can play our video. This story's been taken from a family over in the States. It's pretty devastating, but poor kid lost his life over trying to break into some.
Just trying to steal something, and you electrocuted him to death. You need to take responsibility for that.
An 18-year-old thief was electrocuted to death while trying to steal copper wiring, and now his family is suing the charging station company for $3 million. Darius Johnson broke into an EV charging station late at night, hoping to cut out copper cables to sell. But the moment he sliced into the cable with a metal saw, a massive surge of electricity hit him. There was a flash of light, and he collapsed instantly. The next morning, a maintenance worker found his body and called police. The autopsy confirmed he died from cardiac arrest caused by a high-voltage electric shock. A few days later, his family filed a lawsuit against the charging station operator, claiming the safety measures were inadequate and demanding $3 million in damages. The company's lawyer pushed back, saying this was outright theft. The equipment meets national safety standards, has warning labels, and is protected by a casing. No system on Earth can protect someone who intentionally breaks it open. After the hearing, the judge dismissed the lawsuit. The court ruled the company wasn't liable, and instead ordered Darius's family to pay $30,000 for the damage he caused. Do you think the ruling was fair? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Damn, man, dropping my nuts to even reply to that one, brother. Don't know what to say to that one. To be honest, I'll probably have to go back to the old saying, man. That the golden rule. You know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, brother. It is what it is. You know, you make those sort of decisions in life. You know, be prepared for the consequences on top of your actions, bro. So I'll have to fall back on that code because his intent, no matter what, that was his intent. Theft, and to put that back onto the company is another chat on its own. But at the end of the day, like any other day, like I said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, brother. So rest in peace, and just make better decisions, I guess, in life. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like he intentionally went to steal the copper wiring, and removed all the safety measures, the rubber that was wrapped around it. He intentionally put himself in risk. So yeah, and also like for the electrical company, like it's covered by insurance, all the damages. So I thought that was a bit of a slap on the face for the family to pay that 30,000 for damages. They've already lost their son. I thought that's adequate enough as punishment for what he did. So yeah, bit sad, but yeah, you got to be in a weird state of mind to think that you could sue a company for that. I've heard similar stories come out of the USA with things like that. So yeah, pretty sad. You know, young man's lost his life before he reached his full potential because of the choices he made. So yeah, condolences, but also yeah, just like Chucky said, man, you put yourself in that situation, be prepared. Seki.
Yeah, for that dad to grieve the way he was grieving and feel like that they owed him something. Well, he owed his son a whole lot of wisdom that he could have taught him right from wrong, man. Yeah. To go and do something like that, like with all the safety measures and all the warning signs, what's hiding behind that charge station is like fucking, it's poor, man. But yeah, that's sad that you pay the price of your life over that. I mean, also kids got to remember, like, they're not Superman, and they're going to do stuff where it puts themselves in harm's way, and then the fallout, and obviously his parents would have felt like someone has to pay for this. I mean, they got to own a bit of that responsibility as well, man. Like, their kid was trying to steal something, like, that's got to be a tough pill for them to swallow. But yeah, may he rest in peace, and just know, like, man, may that be an example to other kids out there, man, and families who might feel like they know what their kids are up to, that don't know what their kids are up to. Pays to be involved, man, and like it pays to know like what's going on, even if your kids aren't talking to you. But yeah, that's poor, man. That's poor on many parts, on all of their part, man. Every single party involved with that, man. Like yeah, but yeah, the charge station could waiver that, that they had a bit of heart. I mean, because how many more incidents you might see this be happening in the foreseeable future, like But no, yeah, that's a bit of an ugly one, eh?
Hard.
Nice. Seki boys, that's pretty much wrapping up our episode. We'll actually we got our Fia Poko of the week.
Lenny Kravitz is copped it in Brisbane during his Blue Electric Light Tour. Lenny does a walkthrough around the crowd during Let Love Rule. This time returned to the stage 4 less dreadlocks that were pulled out of his head by an overzealous fan. Yeah, following the show, Lenny wasted no time addressing the incident online, saying, a very exciting lady pulled 4 dreadlocks out of the back of my head. Whoa. You know how hard you've got to pull to rip those out of my head? Damn, baby. It's unthinkable, really. I mean, it's just, it's assault is what it is.
Yeah.
This is the vision.
It's really full on.
It's not a wig, don't do that. We hope it doesn't deter Lenny from coming back as he said he would like to every year. But that's just, stop doing this stuff. Lenny Kravitz.
Just a bit of perspective for anyone who might be thinking about going to a concert, right? And to any concert, any performers coming to this side of the world, if you're stupid enough to jump out into the crowd and walk right up to the crowd, and your security is not on point, that's your own bloody fault. So I don't know who the Fia Poko is, Lenny Kravitz or the person who pulled his hair, but think about it. If people saw Jesus, they'd probably jump in front of him, right? But this guy took it upon himself to be the Fia Poko and walk in front of the crowd and got his dreadlocks pulled out. No apology for that one, bro. You got our second one, Oops? I think there's only 2 way. Oh, it's 3 there.
Many of us in Fiji have faced this problem. No. So we've come up with a solution. The lawnmower actually wasn't starting. We had to do it so many times. Broke the rope. We got stuck now. We're still going through. How do we get the lawnmower?
Wow.
Hey.
But technology. It's been the drawstring from your lawnmower breaks. Remove the
Many of
cover
us
from
in
the
Fiji-
top, grab a cordless drill, and get it started for you. Technology. Never knew that one.
Yo, that's cool. I like that. Yeah.
I think in our last one's it was a former USC fighter. I can't even remember his name. Calling himself a Samoan.
Oh, Rampage.
Rampage. Yeah, Rampage.
Yeah.
Rampage Jackson.
You know, I've been mistaken for Samoan a few times in my life. Why you laughing? That's true, though. You heard my friend. I thought we was mates. I thought we were mates.
We've been mates.
But why you laughing when I said that? Yeah,
I think if someone mistook you for Samoan, they don't know what Samoans look like.
I think they was pretty racist, but okay. It's bad.
It's not racist.
It's not as bad. Okay, look. Do I look Samoan now?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. It's the head.
It's the head.
It's the head.
Yeah. They thought I was Samoan. And I'm like, no, I'm a nigga. Then they said, you know what you get when you mix a Samoan with a nigga?
What?
Some old niggas.
Samoanies. My man.
You know, I've been mistaken for Samoan a few times in my
I think when I heard that initially, I didn't think it was. I thought it was like witty, pretty smart. But when he said that he was calling him a Samoan, I'm like, you gotta be the ugliest Samoan I ever seen, my bro. Not these mingy beard ones, eh? So, yeah. But chuck it over to you, Free Boys, man. Pick out Fia Poko, bro.
For me, Fia Poko of the week will be Lenny Kravitz, man. Putting himself in that situation and losing four dreadlocks. Rasta, man.
So if that lady better sell those dreads online, she'll make some money out of that.
Oh, bro.
Make something out of it.
Yo, I'll go with the same one. Yeah, the Kravitz, man. Sully. You know how wild, like, crowds can be, man. Like, the Fia Pokos will probably be the security, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm agree, bro. Lenny Kravitz, bro. What if you're a boss guy? Not the jumping down and I'm untouchable next minute. Oh, where's my hair? I'd like to see the top of his head. That's what I'd wish someone got a photo of his head. Seki Brothers, man. Good for time, man. But now, yeah, that pretty much wraps up another episode of the EOTC. Man, what's that? Episode 215? Was that 215? I'm losing count. 214. But I think we leading up into our we're gonna take a bit of a hiatus. We're gonna enjoy the Christmas summer, the last of 2025. But yeah, before we do that, we'll get into some final words for our second to last episode of the year. Let's get Chucky.
Yeah, final words. Just based on what we're chatting about this week, and yeah, everybody on edge. Be good, be kind, and relax. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% on how you're going to react. So just saying those words, hopefully you guys take that into consideration, and yeah, take it easy. Relax, take a breather. Have a few cold ones when you get home, mate. So like I said, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% on how you react. That's me, buddy.
Yo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have the busiest time of the year, Christmas and New Year's, during summer, which is the hottest time of the year for us. So things are gonna get hot, things are gonna get steamy. Things are gonna be stressed. So take a breath, step back, and think. Yo, step back.
Take a breath.
1, 2, 3, and just remember that, like, Christmas is here. Like, it's on its way. Like, you don't want to jeopardize that moment of spending time with your family. So just breathe and say, is this worth it? Because I'm in the same situation. Sometimes I just want to bookie some people, man. But take time to step back and be like, hey, family first.
Jackie.
Ciao, brothers. No, I just wanted everyone to be safe out there, man. Like, I might be a bit sunburned. So, as well as taking care of yourselves out in the sun and enjoying this weather, especially those thinking about drinking and driving, think about the consequences of your actions, man. Even if it means not drinking any water and then having a headache, simple things like that. But, no, yeah, my final words is, to those trying to maintain weight, man, set a plan, man. Then always go and put all that training and all that hard exercise to waste, man. And if you set your goals and watch how you want to come out the other end, man, stay focused, man. Stay tuned, stay locked in. It'll be probably the most hardest time of the year, man, to deny yourself of all that good food that you can be putting in. But think about all the hard work and all the hours that you put into getting yourself to this position, man, and staying focused. But that pretty much wraps my last words up, man. You know what it is, get it late to not love it. Sicky brothers, man. So if you made it this far to our episode, man, smash the like button, give us a like, subscribe, and share, man. Share some love for the West Netback. We're just a bunch of ulcers out here in the neighborhood, giving our Pacifica point of view. One shot, no retraction. Shot producer Cam, shot Chucky, Eddie. Good to see you guys.
Yo.
You guys have enjoyed the rest of your fellas week, man. And Eddie, you need the drill, man. Sicky boys.